Mark Savage here and welcome to my channel. What's behind me? A Range Rover Sport 2014. Now, a lot of people said don't buy them. The truth of the matter is they're 50-50. You get a good one or a shit one. And that's it, no real in between. This one, 82 on the clock. I bought it from a dealer. And there's your problem, isn't it? I know it's going to be a long video after this, by the way. It does do portrait and landscape. That's because when I was first filming it, I was like flabbergasted. And it really is quite shocking. I've said in my videos, service it yourself. This is an exact reason why I say that. You've got to serve it yourself. Because end of the day, you never can trust the dealer or the private person. And look at it this way. You buy a car from a private or dealer, you think you get much more for a dealer, you don't. But the private sellers, you get two sorts. One that just tell you everything or lie. Or you get dealers that just get them in from auctions. Like this one was, we buy any car, into an auction, they brought it, they chuck it out. That's down to them then, isn't it? Not what they get in, because that's the previous owner, but what they do after. That's what counts. That's what actually really aggravated me. Not going to name and shame or anything. I'm still dealing with them. So far, they give me money back for the service because I did it my bloody self. Watch this video, you will be shocked. And to be honest with you, if I hadn't have done it myself, this vehicle wouldn't last very long because of the 2-litre Ingenious engines, and that's what we get scared about. This is the 3-litre engine, but still needs servicing, and oil changes are a must. Watch the video. So on a happy mark, I've just paid for a nice motor, so I thought. Range Rover Sport, better than the Evoque. And I've wanted a full service, so they did no oil change. I said, no, I wanted a full service. We'll make sure it's all done, all clean, everything else. So this is the way it's left. It wasn't like this before. Oil. And what's the sense of replacing... Look, all the dirt inside there. Why? Why would you do that? I do this one as well. It's supposed to be new. State of the hands. Look at that lot. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you clean it out? So the pollen filter was supposed to be done as well. I mean, there's the vent. Look at the vent. Look at this lot here. Do you know what I mean? It's just, who done it? I got the car back this way as well. I mean, be honest. Would you be happy with that? Full service for your car? Do you know what I mean? I'm pissed, yeah. Filth on the floor. It wasn't like that when he had it. And it came back this way. Look at it. How'd you trust somebody? That's my other video, I said to you. I don't trust people. Well, this is why. That's really piss poor. And look, it's a brand new filter. And they've had filthy hands. Why even bother doing it if you can't do the frigging job properly? That's really pissed me off, that is. I don't even get why you do that. I mean, yeah, I suppose that... I don't know, look. Would you say a brand new filters? Look at that. Even different colours, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? That's not great, is it? And it already sucked all the dirt up into it because it didn't blow it out. I mean, you'd always blow it out, wouldn't you? That's just... Look. Why wouldn't you just... That's an unhappy mark, isn't it? Filthy. I'd be embarrassed to sell a car like that. Just, what do you say? Do it yourself, that's what I said in the other one. I'd better off just paying 60 odd quid for these filters and stuff. Now I don't believe I've done anything. I'm gonna blow this all out and clean this all up and then have a look at what filters and whatever else is supposed to be done on this, because I'm really not happy with that whatsoever. What would it have taken to do that, eh? Yeah, check out my videos. Just carries on. Can you see where that is? And where it's supposed to be, between the minimum and maximum? Power steering. Water. It's another half a litre short there. It's just, you know what I mean? You can't explain it, can you? Just why? Shocking. And this is what I've said in my video, do it yourself. I had to add this because it's just, you don't leave it down there, do you? That's the level, and there's the minimum and there's the maximum. What did it take them to get some power steering fluid?
The oil I can't check. This was all hanging off. I've had to re-put all the bungs and get that back on. Give it a wipe down. I don't expect the fluid to be in there. You know I'm going to do that. I'm going to check the brake fluid next. Where the hell's the brake fluid on this baby? I don't know. Somewhere, I suppose. Let's check that out next. The diesel filter's been done. It's clean. It's new. That is old. Do you know, that is most certainly not been touched. And I've cleaned all up under here now. Do you know? And I thought, right, check the pollen filter out. I see leaves everywhere. And I'm like, what the hell's that? What the hell? And that shouldn't be broke, by the way. That shouldn't open at all. Look at that. Tell me someone's done the pollen filter. There's no way that was done. So garage said he did it. The garage said they changed my pollen filter. I mean, this is live, okay? It's not an exaggeration. Look at that lot. If someone paid for pollen filter, then someone needs shooting or sacking. Look at that. What the hell? Honestly, that is just disgusting. I have never seen so much leaves ever in a car before. I'm just getting them out now. You'd think this was a fire sale or something. Yeah. A brand new pollen filter, yeah? Look at that lot I've just hoovered out of it. All that lot. Oh, just how upsetting is it to see that? Someone lie to you like that. Look at that. Who can ever say it? And I'm not, this is no joke. That is how much has just come out of the filter. I don't even know how it all got in there. I mean, when it was all in here, I blew them out. And I've lifted that up and blew that out. But what have I got to do? And I can't even trust if it's an oil change now, can I? It's just really upsetting when, you know, you trust someone to do something. And now I've just got to check it all over myself, haven't I? It's not right. So that's what I've just found in the oil. In there. There's bits all round. I get that, but I've just literally put my fingers in there. Tell me that's had an oil change as well. Mate, that's just not right. There's the oil filter cup. It's not been done. That's not been done either. Look at the state of that. It's not been touched. Oil, disgusting. So the only thing they did was change 2 filters for the air filter. That's all I did. I did that badly as well. Pollen filter. Open this. Just here, and on the other side you push down, and this drops down. Drops down like that. And there, this shouldn't be like this, by the way. You should have to open it, but that pops out. Look, there's another leaf there. If you watched earlier video, you'll see, but look at the difference there then, eh? What it should be, and what it's gonna be. It just unclips, you just sort of prick it out, and there you go, look, state of. You know what I mean? There's any more leaves in here? I blew it all out, so it should be really clean in there. Pop back in, job done. Filter, this one comes with the sump plug, which is great, and the rubber bit that goes around the top. Where is it? Well, on this model, and this is how I got it, literally. All the rubber bungs, and these little bits here, pop out, and they normally stick onto here, which they go onto there and there. I hadn't even bothered doing that, this was just loose. It was really tacky. Anyway, get a tub. Just there, in the darkness. Just there. Easy, just suck it on top, undo it. Have that there because there's some residue oil. And we're going to see whether the filter was changed. Because it should really, after 300 miles, still look pretty cool with fresh, beautiful oil. Which we know wasn't because it's quite crap in there. But let's have a look. Fuel filter is just a long layer. We'll do that one next. And obviously the air filters, which you see previously, they're changing as well for this lovely kit. Now, as I said, I got liquid moly. This is an excellent oil, really good. There's your filters, done the pollen filter. That's your diesel filter, and we're doing the oil. All in, £70 odd for the whole kit. And the oil, you can get cheap oil, I suppose, for £30 odd. I didn't want that. It is 8 litres. I got liquid moly, so all in this was £165, and I had to get a locking nut as well
because it didn't come with a locking nut.
So these are pretty crap anyway, these bloody things, but I got the locking nut, and basically it's got one tooth. That's what it comes with. It only fits in one tooth. Now I've got 1, 2, 3. No, I've got 1, 2 done. This jammed. I took it back out. I took the 3 off, and you can see it's absolutely jammed in there. I'm going to buy a new set of locking nuts. These are absolutely crud. I'm concerned if I put them back in, it's going to do that again. So I'll be changing them at my cost. But that was £27 from an English seller, China, because it took 5 days to get here. But it still got here, and if I had a flat tire, it'd been quite annoying, wouldn't it? It does mean I've only got 4 nuts on there, but end of the day, it doesn't really matter. And I want to paint these because they're just horrible. Do you know, it's just, you can see it's new under there, but it's just horrible. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, taking the wheel off. Now there is settings on here about jacking up. You've got to dump it down to jack it up, not jack it up. And obviously when I do the oil, I'll be able to jack it up and get under there without having to get a jack under it. Sound a bit complicated, didn't it? But there's enough room for my fat arse to be able to get under there when it's jacked up and get the belly pan off. Some I've seen in America take this off, and there is a suction bit in here they suck it out from, but obviously we have different engines in the UK. They call them the crappy 3-litre diesel engines. I quite like it. They're the 4.4 petrol or whatever it is. Right, let's have a look at this, shall we? I really couldn't tell you whether they'd done it or not. Don't know. Let's take that and have a look. There's the rubber little band round that bit there. That has to be the little seal, otherwise it leaks like a bitch everywhere. Let's take this out and have a look, shall we? You can use a screwdriver just to get underneath it. So 350 miles. I wouldn't like to say, I've seen a lot worse ones, but I don't know. There was oil absolutely all on the sides here, you know, on the bars, so it looked like someone might have done something. But when I took it out, obviously it was still crap. I mean, in the car, the switches that I have for turning the system on and the MMU system on there, you know, they had dirty thumbprints everywhere. I mean, I don't wear gloves because you can see all the marks on the air filters, which I'll show you again. I wouldn't like to say in there for only 350 miles. However, we're going to put a nice new filter on there, and we're going to change that as well, and then we get on with the fuel filter and air filters next. Yo, I'm going to have a little think about that one. I can't tell. I mean, if I put crap oil back in it, diesel engines are quite dirty. But fuel filter, he said that was changed. Okay, you can see how old and perished that is compared to the brand new one, which it should look like that. It didn't look like that at all, did it? You can clearly see that wasn't done. These clips are all individual. Don't worry about taking them off. Some you can clip in, some pull out. Bit of a bugger. A guy did a video and said it was absolute hell getting this out. I'll let you know. Let's get it up and get it out. The good thing about is that unlike the Evoque, where you had to suck it all through before it started, this one pre-fills the old-fashioned way. Once you get them in there, there's a little line where you've got to line it up on this, which is there. It's a little arrow line. Turn it round there. That's the only thing you've got to do. Line it up so when it goes in, they're all in the right place. Turn it on, turn it off. Manual says about 4 times. 4? Up to you. You'll hear the pump come on and off. You hear the pump come on where it's filling, and there's a bit to go back into the tank for the air, and then start a damn thing, job done. Won't be doing that because after that I'm doing air filters, and I'm going to say jack it up, get underneath, and then do the dirt. That's how quick this service is. That's what got me. The company that did this, you know, I'll chat about that later. So these clips, they're not, do you know what it is? They're just difficult to push in with your little fingers. There's one there that you have to push in, there's one there. This has got this weird thing over it, it doesn't need it. It just pushes back to lock it in. But there's only 4. I've used a pair of diesel pliers, a couple of screwdrivers. I've got a pair of pliers as well, because this clip here, when it's down in the actual unit, you have to push that in and try and put it up at these 3 socket bits. It's hard, so you grip hold this, and I pulled it up. Now, underneath here, just right at the bottom, which you can see there, there's a little clip that comes off, and that will then screw on the whole unit onto the new one. It comes with these 4 little tops, which it comes with a new one. Well, you don't need them on a new one, do you? So take them off and put them on. This stops diesel going absolutely everywhere. If you're doing this, you know you're going to get diesel. It just happens. Clean it up as you go along. Unlike when I bought it. Oh, diesel everywhere. But this hadn't been changed, so it wasn't my diesel. You can see this is old. Okay, that's just not a new diesel pump at all. I don't know how long it's been on there, but it's not new, and it's something that really can hinder performance on your car. Same as the oil change. We're going to see what oil's like with that with 350 miles on it. Right. Anyway, these it's just you know, getting these off, moving them out of the way. It's not a big job, as I said. I only got tools because I can't get my flappy fingers in there to clip them 4 little bits off. They all go exactly the same way, and this is what I'm saying. It must remember to put it back in the same way. See that arrow there? There's a little mark there. You must remember to put it in that way in the cradle, and then they all line up nicely. So let's get this off and then show you the new one. You need one of these. I never know the torque size on these, but look, it just undoes, and that drops out the way, okay? And then that bottom bit there, you want to take off and put it on your brand spanking new one, because this just comes off and winds out and winds back in again. But as I said, remember that little line there goes with that little line there. All right, really, really easy. Does that look brand new to you? You know, what's your views? Brand new, 2 weeks old. I don't think that has ever been changed. And that's a main dealer one as well, Range Rover, nice and posh. That's been on there some while, and it was not changed. It doesn't look bad though, so that sort of warms me a little bit. The air filters you've seen, if you have little clips. Oil after this. Have a little jar just to get the rest of the diesel out, and there we go. That's ready to go back in. That important mark I told you about, and then just take that little bit clip off there. Now there is supposed to be on here a little pipe that goes down just if it leaks and stuff, but I've looked in here and that's long gone, so someone's had that away. But you can see that's a Range Rover one, can't you? Yeah, okay, stop sniffing now. Right, let's pop this back in, clip them all back on, turn it on and off. I'll show you that in a second. Anyone tell me what's wrong with my dog? I mean, what are you doing? I kept hearing all this shuffling around and knocking things about. What are you doing, Millie? Don't lick it. Oh, she's broken. What are you doing now? Stop sniffing stuff. I'm beginning to think there's brand new and there's these ones, and this is where, you know, the other video I showed you all the leaves and stuff. You don't put them in that way. That's just really quite tacky, isn't it? You know, you don't do it. Head off, thank you. But I'm beginning to think, compared to the new ones, head. I mean, look, all the fingerprints, but look at the, thank you. Look at the new ones. I don't even think they were changed either. These have only done 350 miles. You know, that's just a bit crap, isn't it? Anyway, I blew all these out the other day. There's a little bit left in there. I'm going to blow them out again. It's not rocket science, is it? Do you know? While we're here, they go back in exactly the same way they came off. Take a picture just in case, because when you get them all in the loose, you think, where'd they go? But that back in there, plugged in, all done. Obviously I can't start it because it's got the crap oil in it. Got to squeeze underneath there, get the oil out, put the new stuff in, then prime it. Full service done. So this is important. Put your range in the middle console. You'll see up and down, and there's a lock. Put it on lock, then you can jack the car up. Just on one side, like normal, and then under here. Here we go. So there's the metal belly pan. These are 15mm bolts here, and squeeze underneath. It is just to the left of the camera. So let me be really clever. Hold the camera. Here we go. It is there. Odd place to put it. 13mm. What's unacceptable is draining more oil on my bloody drive. So I've got a cardboard. That is a massive 15 litres. 8 litres it takes. Make sure over, because it will come squirting out when you do it. Let's see what this oil is like. Remember, it's only supposed to be in there 350 miles. Let's have a look. I mean, diesel oil's dirty anyway, I do get that, but let's just see. And I don't know what was put in there. I really don't know. What I do know, liquid moly 530. I've been tempted sometimes on BMWs to put 1060 in for the oil pickup, but these Ford engines, or however they do it, but they should work really well. BMW, I don't know what engines are in them. They're in the Jags and all sorts of them, but liquid moly, I'm using this again. So let's drain this out and have a look.
Missing bolts, which is annoying, but at least you know what it is. Remember, lock it, jack it up, and then under here, nice and simple, to the left hand side. So just where the little bit of there is there, it's just over there. That's a 13mm. Let's drain this out. So belly pan all back on, and there's a few extra bolts in there as well. Oil, 3 weeks old. I mean, alright, looks like a bit like piss water, but I don't know. And annoyingly, I looked on the specs and it said 8 litres, and I thought that doesn't look like 8 litres in there, does it? So I'm messing around. Doesn't look like 8 litres at all. And I've just checked it again, and now it's saying 7 litres. So I bought 10. A couple of litres top ups and stuff like that, and when I next do a service as well, because specs are different from this one, aren't they? Every year, 10,000 miles. I'm going to do it every 5,000 miles. I want this engine to bloody last me. I know it's hard for you to believe I don't shift around motors a lot. I just get bored. But realistically, I've just always wanted one of these. So now I've got one. So let's drain this into a little tub here. And see, that's 5 litres. And then I'll drain another one. I've got another 5 litres. I'll put in there the exact amount, because there's no dipstick on this. You've got to start it and then wait for it to warm up. There's a little trick where you cancel twice and it tells you immediately. That does work. Let's give it a go and see how much oil's in here though. But that's not 3 weeks old oil, is it? 350 miles? That's always concerning. That's a 5 litre tub. It isn't even filled. There's nothing more in there. That's all I got out of it. There couldn't have been that much oil in there. It says 7 litres. Let's put the correct amount back in then. I'm going to put a full 5 litres in, test it, see what it says, and then top it up that way. Should be 7 litres. But that's really concerning, isn't it? A quick video checking the oil. Put it on. Don't put your foot on the accelerator. Bonnet's open, we know about that. Wait for it to have its little, you know, check this, check that, bloody. You have to wait there, light, low, tyre pressures. I've still got the thing on lock actually. This is when I did the service. I'll do that in a minute. Anyway, you wait for it to go for its checks and you press OK. Eventually you'll get to the DAB radio bit. Come on, I don't want to do that yet. Come on. Right, there we go. We go to there, go down to service menu, go down to oil, and you click it and it says not available. If you press the cancel button here twice, there you go, look at that. That's all you do. And I'm half, so that's 5 litres. So I've put 5 litres of 530 liquid moly in here, and oops, pressed the wrong button. Simple as that. So I'm going to put another 1 litre. Yeah, it says 7 litres. I'm going to put that exactly now. I'm going to put another 1 litre and check it, and then do it again. As for the diesel, I turned it on and off 4 times, and then I started it, and the revs. So I tethered it. You know, you do this on your throttle, boom. I felt if I wasn't going to do that, it might have stalled, honestly. And then whoom, up she went to 2,000 revs, and she was happy as Larry, ticked over lovely. So that's a little bit. Be careful, tether it. I don't know why I do it, I just do. Maybe it would have been all right, but I just felt I needed to do that. And happy days. Right, put another litre in, let's see where we are. There we go. 3 litres left in there. Exactly 7 litres. Something I didn't show you when I first actually took this cover off was this was absolutely full of, well, obviously leaves that have been mixed with oil. And that wasn't clever. And I've just found out, okay, so when you do that test, you should start the car, let it run for a minute, then turn it off and then do that double click and tell you exactly what it actually is. So when I had it outside and I first checked, it said okay. It was because it was cold. There was only 5 litres of oil in it. Full service, 5 litres of oil. Air filters, 2 different makes. I don't believe they were done. Or maybe just bought one, I don't know. Pollen filter, we saw that. That was disgusting. Diesel filter, not changed at all. Oil filter, jury's out. There was a mess there. I can't say that was done for only 300 miles. I don't believe it at all. So this engine would have destroyed itself. It's as simple as that. And that's what really is bad, isn't it? The fact that it was all done wrong. I'm believing it's great. I'd have drove this round and eventually it was just destructed. If you haven't got the right amount of oil or the right quantity of oil in there, the plastic guides around the chain, they just wear. and you get chain slack, and then it slips a tooth and just destroys the engine or whatever it's going to do. It's just really crap if you don't do it. So for £190 all in, then locking nuts, everything else in, that's a full service. And, you know, I'm just going to wipe this as well, up as well. I'm going to wipe under here and make it look like it bloody should. 16 grand motor. Now, as you can tell, I was shocked. You know, no one expects to find what the leaves, you know, in the oil as well. It did say 7 litres. I put 7 litres in it, and when I started up, it said overfilled. I took another litre out, and it was happier there. It's about 6 litres. There might have been some residue oil in there. I don't know. Came out quite clean, but there you go. A long video. Apologise, but you can't make it any shorter because I was finding things as I went along. But what a benefit, you know, to get them. Today, why it's here, and there's a jack there as well, is I'm taking the wheels off, I'm cleaning all underneath, detailing them, and the calipers are really quite crap. Another video coming for that. Take care of yourselves on the road. Bye-bye.